Empire State Building. Two friends think big. Two friends, John Raskob and Al Smith, wanted to build the tallest skyscraper in the world. They grew up in low-income families. Both had to quit school and go to work. Years later, Raskob was rich and Smith was famous. Together, the two friends made a made a good team and built the Empire State Building. Their building was the tallest in the world for 41 years. Stars and Stays. Take an elevator to the top of this building, and you can see parts of 5 states. Look around and you might see stars. Even in the daytime, famous movie stars visit to see the view too. Making room for greatness. The place Raskob and Smith chose for their building was a busy one. A grand hotel was already standing there. The hotel had to go. People worked day and night to tear down the hotel quickly. The two friends needed to construct their building fast. A skyscrapers as big and heavy as the one they planned needed to sit a solid rock. Workers dug down 40 feet (12.2 meters) to reach solid rock. Huge trucks carried away tons of dirt and rock. It took 5 months to tear down the hotel and make the whole. Then, on April 7, 1930, construction of the Empire State Building began. Skyboys, strong metal beams rose. Beams support the skyscraper, much as your bones support your body. As the steel beams went higher and higher, crowds gathered on the streets below. They looked up in wonder as men walked the narrow beams high above. People called the men "skyboys". Skyboys worked to teams of four to join the beams together with red-hot rivets. Every team member was brave and fast. The steel beams zoomed up an amazing 4 floors a week. Some of the best teams were the Mohawk from New York State. Some of them could set a rivet every minute. Zoom the top. Zoom to the top. By June, the steel reached the 25th floor. Behind the Skyboys came other workers. They built the outside wall of the building. These workers were so fast that they started to catch up to the Skyboys. August was the busiest month. The Skyboys were almost to the top. The outside wall, made of stone, windows and metal, was going up a floor a day. Inside, thousands of workers were busy. Getting supplies to so many workers was taking too much time. Workers laid tracks around each floor to speed things up. Carts were loaded and pushed along the tracks right to the work. In November, Al Smith stood proud. He was on the 102nd floor. The steel beams had reached the very top. She was also scared. Standing that high up on a beam, the last rivet was placed. When he smashed it into the beam, the steel work was done. That rivet made newspaper headlines. Not only was it the last one set, but it was also the only one made of gold. Happy birthday! The building opened on May 1, 1931. 50 years later, in 1981, the building was made a landmark. It is protected a by law and cannot be torn down. Al Smith said his building was made for the future, and he was right. It will be standing tall in New York for a long time to come.